New Vegas is a friendly run for newcomers and Fallout fans alike, so if you wanted to look cool running a game that all of your friends spent weeks finishing, you're in the right spot. New Vegas is a game that can teach you a lot of underlying qualities of speedrunning without the hassle of learning any super crazy tricks. If you're just starting out, I suggest that you start off with the game's most popular category, any percent. Let's get started with what you want to have. So if you're running this game, a few things to know. This game will crash a fair bit. Remember how I said qualities earlier? Patience is one of those invaluable qualities. However, in the New Vegas community, we're allowed to use outside programs to streamline the reboot of the game so you don't lose your PB later on to a random crash. Here are some programs you might want to consider grabbing. I have two programs on the screen listed with asterisks, namely because they are entirely optional to have. S-Key Snowboard are great programs to show key inputs when running games, and Voice Attack is something I personally use to help control my computer with my voice when I'm running the game, so I don't have to move my hands far off my keyboard. I should reiterate that S-Keys, the program showing my key inputs in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen at all times, is not necessary to running New Vegas. I don't believe any runners beside myself use keyloggers in their runs, but I like to keep them in my runs so anyone reviewing them has full transparency, and any new people can see what I'm inputting at any given time. After all, seeing the timing makes it easier for some to learn. I digress. Getting down the programs list, LiveSplit is your timer. Unless you really love going back and retiming every one of your runs, I suggest you at least run the timer part of LiveSplit. Remember to start your timer right after you skip the intro cutscene. If you're using the proper load remover, your timer will start once you begin regaining consciousness from taking 9mm to the head. You will need an external frame capping software because VSync in this game is quite literal garbage. I suggest using DxTory, but some think RTSS is better. I've used both, and DxTory is easier to use with very similar effects, but you can make that decision for yourself. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Your game will crash a lot. Super F4 is a program to help remedy that by killing the active window on a very high privilege level. This is useful because when New Vegas crashes from dashing, and I'll explain what that is later, the game has a tendency to lock you into a full screen and not allow you to Alt-Tab and kill the program yourself. Another thing before you start, be sure to go read Kung's Any% text tutorial and watch at least one of the top 20 Any% runs alongside it to get a feel for how other players run the game. Note, this game is run in Italian, which is a dialogue that makes the game go slightly faster when skipping dialogues and text mashing. There are also a few other config optimizations for this game to help alleviate crashes and make menuing with mouse a little more bearable than what the game leaves you with. Over the course of these tutorial videos, I plan to cover all of the speedrun tech to get you ready for a standard run of Any%. I will also showcase some other cool glitches that may help you later on down the line when you decide to run a different category, or if you ever decide you want to power game a casual playthrough. There's a Discord link on the Speedrun webpage, and I invite you to join the server. I hope you enjoy this short series, and I can't wait to see you as part of our community.